Good morning, good afternoon. This is a short training video to teach you how to complete this survey. This is a vaccine coverage survey, and it will be sent to us every week. So I'm going to teach you what the components are and how you're supposed to fill this in. So to start up with, you just need to pick your mission name, and it's all in drop down. So let's say MINUSMA. And then if you go down here to the different columns, the first column is going to be the contract type. And you see these parts in orange. We have put it in this different color because we don't think that you really need additional rows. Each of these rows can probably just, you can leave it as that row. So you have international civilian staff, national civilian staff, dependents, consultants, contractors, or non-staff, MILOPS, military staff officers, UNPOL, African Union contingent. And then from here onwards, because some of you are going to get many different contingents, you can just then add the rows that you want. So for example, you can just pick here TCC contingent, maybe you need more rows for contingent, and then maybe you're going to have FPU. So basically, these colors here will be mainly for your TCC contingent and FPU, but they're all drop down. You can just pick it. For these particular contract type, we think that you don't really need to outline the nationalities. You can just put as mixed nationalities. Maybe for the AU contingent, if you have specific nationality, you can pick them. However, for these contingents, definitely there will be a specific country that you can put in there. And then the next column will be all about the footprint. So basically, the idea here is to understand what is the total number of this type of people in your mission. So total number of international staff, total number of civilian staff, and so on and so forth. And same for contingents. Within that contingent, what is the total number we're talking about? And then these three columns here is really all about people who are vaccinated outside of the UN program. So they're not using UN vaccines. Maybe they were vaccinated with their own home country. Maybe their government supplied them vaccines to the contingent in the mission, or maybe they were vaccinated by the local Ministry of Health. So this is all about people that are vaccinated outside of the UN program. So you just put your numbers here. So let's say maybe international staff, maybe you have 50 that were partially vaccinated, and then you have another 50 that were fully vaccinated. And just to say that every person, every individual should have a status. So they should be either partially vaccinated or they're fully vaccinated. So you don't want to have any double counting. So if someone only got, for example, 1 dose of AstraZeneca vaccine, then they should be considered as partially vaccinated. If the person has already finished a full course, they should be considered fully vaccinated. So for example, let's say, 1 week, your contingent, you have 100 people that were partially vaccinated and another 100 that were fully vaccinated, but maybe in the next week, maybe half of this group already got the 2nd dose. So then you want to kind of change this to less people because 50 of them got fully vaccinated, and then you want to add the 50 to here. So just be aware of this part here. Vaccine type you can choose, again, is a drop down. You can also put mixed vaccine type for these, especially on top here. Maybe a lot of them you don't know, they all don't have they're not using a single vaccine type. You can put mixed vaccine type, but for your contingents, I think that they would mainly be uniform type of vaccine. Okay, so now moving on to here, these 3 columns are really for your own use, and basically they include the numbers of people who are vaccinated by the UN program. And so you can, again, just put the numbers of people who are partially vaccinated that got their 1st dose, and the numbers of people that have completed the series, have got both doses. and the type of vaccine that they were given. So right now, majority are using, of course, they're all using AstraZeneca, but as the UN procures other types of vaccines, you may see other types later on. And then, is there any issues with unwillingness of this TCC to be vaccinated? So for all these contingents, do you have problems? So if you know, for example, certain nationalities, a lot of them decline getting a vaccine, they're not interested. So you put yes, you know, that there is an issue about unwillingness, but if there's another group of nationalities, they're all keen and they're all have taken the vaccines well, then no, there's no issue. If you don't know, just, you know, feel free to put unknown. Another question here, if for civilians that were vaccinated outside of the UN program, do your numbers here include AFPU and CT? So for example, if it's a civilian staff, let's say in UNAMA, but this number of civilian staff who are vaccinated outside, you are actually talking about both UNAMA civilian staff as well as the UN country team civilian staff, let's say UNICEF, WHO, UNDP, then please just let us know that yes, that your numbers here include other people. Then the question is, for the next rotation of this contingent, will their government vaccinate their personnel? So maybe you know, maybe you don't. If you don't know, just put unknown. If you know that a certain nationality will be coming in vaccinated the next time, just put yes. If you have any additional comments, just feel free to write it in here as a free text. So that's it. You can see that we have made many rows for you. If you want to add rows, and if there's not enough, you can continue to add as well, especially those of you with many contingents and many different TCCs there. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is tan2@un.org. That's tan2@un.org. Thank you very much.